Willkommen zurück zum neuen Part von Metal Gear Solid. Und ich merke, ich habe die Tonspur für mein Mikrofon letztes Part nicht aufgenommen, deswegen gab es keinen wirklichen Schluss, sondern bin eigentlich einfach als Snake wie ein Vollidiot im Kreis rumgelaufen. Was ich gesagt habe ist, dass wir da vorne Ostlot und Liquid gesehen haben. Dank dem verheerendere. Wir wissen, dass Liquid jetzt überlebt hat. Und wissen dank Octagon jetzt auch, dass Metal Gear eine sehr schlechte Waffe für uns ist. Denn die kann nicht auf dem Radar aufgepickt werden. Also es ist sozusagen eine Stealth-Waffe. Das heißt, die Waffe kann von überall geschossen werden und kann nicht vom Radar aufgenommen werden. Weil die... Jetzt sollte man lieber eine Waffe zucken. Ja, wurde mal Zeit, ja. Ich habe 80 Schuss auf ihn ausgewettet. Ja komm, laufen. Sehr schön. Und hier. Also Metal Gear feuert durch die Railgun einen Sprengkopf und der wird nicht wirklich wie eine Rakete abgeschossen, deswegen ja nicht wie als Atombombe zählt. Und es könnte zu einem sehr starken globalen Konflikt führen. Weil es wird Probleme geben dadurch, ganz einfach. Und wir wissen immer noch nicht, wie wir dieses Ding stoppen können. Ah. Wer ruft an? Octagon.
Snake, did you find it? No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Arms Tech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
Also anscheinend hat Kenneth Baker alles daran gesetzt, dass diese Metal Gear ein Erfolg wird. Und wirklich alles das machen kann, weil der hat zu wenig Spenden, sag ich mal, oder zu wenig Kredit ist auch kein gutes Wort. Kapital. Und die haben wirklich alles so gegeben, dass dieses Projekt ein Erfolg wird. Und dann wollten natürlich viele sehr viel Geld machen damit. Was ein Monstrum. Gehen wir mal in den Raum rein mit Liquid und Ocelot.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid? But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion? That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first-strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
What about your promise to Colonel Golukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Armstech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the president was talking about. It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got 1 of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in 1. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that? Damn! The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake, this is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Oh Mann.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Das ist mir klar, Körner. Let's go, suchen wir die Scheiße. Ah. Das ist einfach nur unfair ab dem Punkt. Luke ist tot. Das ist die einzige Sache? Natürlich nicht. Hier kann ich auch ganz easy das Genick brechen. Mit dem ist noch jemand, oder? Ja, natürlich, hinter mir. Ist dort? Da kommt noch einer. Oh mein Gott, ist das schnell geworden. Auch aus dem Nichts. Ja, verpiss ich mir erstmal, bevor ich die ganze meine Muni wahrscheinlich hier auch nichts zurückkriegen. Ach, das zählt nicht, als entdeckt werden. Das ist vom Skript her. Das ist ganz tatsächlich. Also Liquid Snake will den Traum von Big Boss aufleben lassen. Und Oslot will Mother Russia, Mutter Russland, wieder auferleben lassen. Und wieder aufstehen lassen. Und beides hat irgendwas damit zu tun, dass Metal Gear für irgendwas benutzt wird. Und wir müssen den guten aufhalten. Und was am besten ist, wir haben schon alle 3 Karten. Wir brauchen. Einzige, was wir noch brauchen, ist die Karte an sich und ein bisschen was an Temperatur wechseln. Ja, erstmal die Gitter benutzen. Oder mich selber in die Luft jagen, ist auch eine gute Idee. Weil ey, das Ding einfach. Das scheiß Kamera. So. Wir kriegen ein bisschen Schaden, weil das ist nuklearer Biomüll. Hier nuklearer Biomüll. Deswegen soll die scheiß Chemie-Müll. Und wir haben den Palki. Da müssen wir den Code einmal eingeben. Und ich habe ja schon mal gesagt, das Spiel ist sehr ranzig, was Backtracking angeht. Das beweise ich jetzt nochmal, weil ich muss jetzt... Ich meine, es gibt ja mehrere Orte, wo es verschiedene Temperaturen gibt. Ich meine, der Bosskampf von Vulcan Raid war in so einem kompletten weißen Raum. Und nach dem Bosskampf von Sniper Wolf gab es ja so einen Hochofen. Und da müssen wir hingehen, kurz warten und wieder zurückgehen. Einfach nur um 3-mal den Key einzusetzen. Um die Startsequenz zu canceln. Hoffen wir nur, dass die Scheiße auch wirklich funktioniert am Ende. Weil es wäre nicht gut, wenn wir so ein fettes Viech bekämpfen müssen, weil wir verkackt haben, die Scheiße einzugeben. Würde mir nicht so gefallen. Das tatsächlich. Runter geht's. Ich glaube, ich werde tatsächlich hier ein paar Cuts hin und her machen. Von wegen, wenn ich entdeckt werde, werde ich kurz reingucken, reinlunzen. Sowas alles. Ich weiß noch nicht, die erste Karte eingeben. Ich mag dieses Perspektive nicht. Kommst du? Ich hab da einen Soldaten gesehen, ich weiß, dass es einer ist. Vorne ist er. Natürlich, ich glaube, das klappt das nicht. Das ist sehr schön. Ja, 3 Magazine verschwendet für den Typen. Sehr schöne Sache. So. Stinger. Gehen wir mal hier rein. Und ich habe da eine Kamera gesehen, da kannst du ihn wahrscheinlich ist sie jetzt immer noch hier. Kamera tatsächlich. Was kann man ein bisschen gegen Kameras machen? Kaputt. Das ist jetzt eine Sache, die ich nicht machen würde. Aber von hier aus kann ich ganz gut schießen. Wo ist bitte schon diese Kamera? Ah, anscheinend gibt's sie nicht. Gehen wir in den ersten Code ein. Muss die Karte ausrüsten dafür. Ach komm. Das war Nummer 1.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
Suchen wir mal einen Ort, wo wir den Schlüssel freezen können. Und hier sind wir. Der Ort, an dem Falcon Raven gestorben ist. Der Ort, wo wir gerne die Karte nehmen würden. So. Warten wir ein bisschen. Bis die Karte hellblau wird. Und die Karte ist hellblau. Weil die gefroren ist. Ab geht's zurück. Bitte tau nicht auf den Weg. Oh mein Gott, oh mein Gott. Ah! Ich hatte was vergessen, tatsächlich. Oh mein Gott. Bitte. Das war wieder so dumm. Das ist wieder so dumm. Mann. Bitte. Ah. Verdammt. Metal. Code Nummer 2 wird sofort eingetragen. Benutzt. Begutachtet. Nee. So. Er kriegt Schaden davon, bitte nicht. Ah, doch nicht. Kann ich den Code trotzdem angeben? Die Karte ist immer noch blau. Bitte sehr immer noch blau. Ja, perfekt. Ich kann es nicht eingeben, weil ich habe Schaffgranate. Kann ich das bitte jetzt eingeben? Ich will einen Parky eingeben. Jetzt muss ich doch nichts drücken, hä? Immer anders. Aber jetzt ist das jetzt die zweite Karte. Sehr schön.
PAL code number 2 confirmed.
Sehr schön.
Awaiting Palco number 3.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3. Warm the key.
Den Schlüssel erhitzen. Wieso oben drauf? Braucht keinen. Obwohl. Ja, okay, noch eine Ration. Natürlich nicht. Warum auch extra Sachen hinlegen? Man kann ja Snake sterben lassen. Obwohl ich mir einfach nur in Vollidiot da reingelaufen habe. Also hey, ich verdiene es ein bisschen. Aber wie auch immer. Guckt mir an. Da gibt es hier eine Ration. Nein. Sad, sad, sad. Ah, da ist ein Typ. Der geht mir gefährlich nah. Denn dieses Geräusch war dein Tod. Trottel. Gut. Ab in den Hochofen.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but
What are you trying to say?
it's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Also sind wir wahrscheinlich sind die wegen uns gestorben, weil wir hatten Fox-Dye in unserem System. Und das ist so ein Virus durch die Nanomaschinen wahrscheinlich. Und deswegen haben viele Leute einen Herzinfarkt. Das ist nicht gut. Das ist gar nicht gut. Oh, mal eben fast über eine Mine gelaufen. Wäre nicht schön gewesen. Naja, bis gleich. Und wir sind wieder Hochofen. Der momentan Alarm schlägt aus irgendeinem Grund. Nicht wegen mir, ich verspreche es, ich wurde nicht entdeckt. Aber egal. Vorne ist eine Ration. Aber wir sind gerade voll, tatsächlich, was Leben und Ration angeht. Was so eine Seltenheit ist bei mir, aber egal. Nehmen wir jetzt die Karte und hoffen jetzt, dass die Karte jetzt wieder aufwärmt. Denn es ist langsam Zeit, Metal Gear zu stoppen. Sieh mal einen an. Die Karte ist tatsächlich rot. Ab geht's zurück.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification, but my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from, my age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s, a dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox? No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox Die.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Fox Die as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Ah! Snake!
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox Die was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Ach du Scheiße. Sehen wir mal, wie es weiterläuft. Im nächsten Part.